The first pilot workshop that we organized with BRS was with 10 microfinance institutions from Western Africa, all speaking French. And you see the logos of the different microfinance institutions there. And we also brought together those microfinance institutions with TA partners, and some of them, they're also around again here. So Trias was also there, Umundi as OSF was there, and Enabel, and then we had a local NGO, Feed the Future, which was supported by USAID, that was also in Ghana. And I will show a short video now on how the atmosphere was in that workshop in Ghana, so that you know what you can expect in the coming days here in Ghana.
Ik ben Bart Speelman en ik werk voor BRS. BRS is de Belgische Raiffeisenstichting en wij ondersteunen microfinancieringsinstellingen in Afrika, in Latijns-Amerika en in Azië. Microfinancieringsinstellingen zijn eigenlijk kleine banken, spaar- en kredietcoöperatieven voor de armere bevolking in het zuiden. We denken dat het belangrijk is om die te ondersteunen, omdat elkaar eigenlijk kunnen heel veel inspireren en van elkaar leren. Dus we werken eigenlijk met de mensen van KBC en SERA werken samen om hen te ondersteunen en hun opleidingen te geven en hen te laten samenwerken, maar ook niet alleen de ervaringen vanuit België met hen te delen, maar we laten hen ook ervaringen onder elkaar delen.
Je m'appelle Jean-Paul Massi, on est à Kaolack, dans une ville du centre du Sénégal, où on est en train de réfléchir avec 27 participants autour du financement agricole.
Nous sommes venus ici cette semaine du 3 au 6 pour participer à un atelier d'agri-finance organisé par la BRS, un co-organisateur INSEC.
We brengen eigenlijk deze week mensen samen van 10 verschillende microfinancieringsinstellingen van de ganse regio hier in West-Afrika. Dat zijn allemaal verantwoordelijken van een microfinancieringsinstelling die dat ook actief zijn in landbouwfinanciering. En de bedoeling is dat ze zo elkaar inspireren en van elkaar leren, hun ervaringen met elkaar delen en dat we zo samen kijken hoe dat ze hun activiteit kunnen verbeteren.
C'est important de réfléchir sur la question de la finance agricole parce que l'agriculture représente entre 60 et 80% de la population ici en Afrique. Et donc il est absolument crucial de trouver des financements et un accompagnement dédié à la plus grande partie de la population.
Je trouve que c'est très important l'échange d'expérience parce que nous ne pouvons pas nous arriver à des solutions clés en main. Nous allons co-construire avec les différents acteurs des IMF présents. On va échanger l'expérience, on va voir ce qui marche dans un pays, pourquoi ça ne marcherait pas dans un autre. On va essayer de faire en sorte que les gens vraiment travaillent ensemble pour en équipe construire des solutions valables. Si chacun des participants retourne dans son pays avec une ou deux bonnes idées qu'il va essayer de mettre en pratique, nous aurons gagné.
We willen eigenlijk die Zuid-Zuid-uitwisseling, die kruisbestuiving tussen de ervaringen van de mensen uit de verschillende landen uit de regio, die willen we stimuleren samen met de uitwisseling van ervaringen van het noorden, van Jean Machelin, van CDC en de collega's van KBC.
Je pense que les participants vont découvrir qu'il est très important de faire le focus sur les besoins du client, parce que c'est ça en fait la clé.
Gisteren hebben we de eerste keer de mensen op het terrein gebracht, dus we hebben de kans gekregen om echt te oefenen in het klant centraal zetten. We zijn klanten gaan bezoeken van UIMSEC en ze hebben van die klanten interviews kunnen afnemen om te peilen naar wat dat werkelijk hun noden zijn. En op die manier kijken we van hoe dat we de zaken weer kunnen verbeteren.
That's a little bit what you can expect in the next couple of days. You saw a lot of interaction between the participants. There was a lot of sharing of experiences. We went to visit customers, we talked to those customers, and we worked with the customers' needs. And it was a very intense workshop, and there is someone here who can also testify because he was also there as a participant and now he's one of our facilitators. It's Jean-Olivier Gamma from UPC. He's also participant and a facilitator now at this workshop. And you must know, I can testify, in the workshop in Kaolack there were sometimes days where we continued until 9, 10 in the evening. The groups were still working on their presentations, the preparations for the next day to bring. So, but it was not only that, the hard work. Also, there was a lot of fun. We had a good group of participants, and we are still in contact with one another. And they were also informed of this workshop, and they already want to learn from the experiences from you and continue building the community. So practical rules for the workshop. We are here together and we want it to be very interactive. So we are going to work all together, and we don't want that there are people who never speak up. We need to share and learn from one another, and we need to speak up and also present one after the other, so that there is an exchange of ideas at this workshop. Also, respect, it's very important. We're all coming from different countries. Neither for me and for most of you also, English is not my mother tongue, but we try to manage. Also respect of one another in terms of when someone says something, try to respect his opinion and let him speak out. We also want to respect the timings. We have a session in the morning from 8:30 till 1. Then we will have our lunch at the same place where we had the lunch right now, from 1 to 2, and an afternoon session again from 2 to 6, and there will be 2 coffee breaks. We'll appoint a timekeeper, so we will ask someone to take track of the time. So sometimes there will be sessions where we say, okay, there is 20 minutes for this presentation, 15 minutes for this one, so the timekeeper will need to keep track of that and look at his watch and inform the speaker or the presenter that the time is almost up, so that we can try to stick to the schedule that we have foreseen. So if there is already someone who wants to be the timekeeper or the chief of the village, no? Elias, you're appointed as timekeeper.
I will take it up.
Okay. You see, we want us to work together as a team. Together, everyone achieves more. So we are going to create a team, and we are going to extend the community that already started last year in Kaolack with Jean-Olivier and all colleagues that were there. And something that is also necessary to know is that you've been divided into groups, and at the end of the day, we are going to appoint a group to give a recap the next day to the rest of the group of what they learned during the previous day. We're not going to give that assignment yet today, but from tomorrow onwards, we will give it the assignment at the end of the day to one of the groups. So there will be 2 groups who are lucky, but that doesn't mean that they will not need to come and present things before the rest. All right. Now, this is something that I think I will leave until the official opening takes place, because this is really about the workshop in Mbarara and who's around the table in Mbarara, and they also need to know it. And also about the objectives of the workshop, I will explain it to you when the official opening takes place. But what I already want to mention to you is that we are going to work with, or we are going to learn from one another. And after each session, you need to take some time to take note of what you learned. And for that, I will ask the colleagues from EGO to make a printout of a kind of template where you can fill in this action plan and where you can fill in after each and every session what you learned, what you liked, what you think will be difficult if you want to implement it in your organization, and what you think how you could implement it. So this is an example of how this looks. So we have, for example, a session on customer centricity that we want for today. Customer centricity, customer journey, identification of customer needs, and client interviews. So you write down points of attention for your organization. You write down the obstacles that you foresee if you want to do that in your organization. And you write down some ideas of how to overcome these obstacles. And then at the end of the workshop, after you have done this for each and every session, in the afternoon you get some time together with the colleagues from the same institution to work on the action plan, and you can come and present it to the rest of the group. But this, we will give it tomorrow, the printouts, so that you can further. Your expectations, this is what we captured during from the personal data sheets that you all send in, and we made a kind of a word cloud. I think most of you know this is a function, it's a program in which you can dump all the information that was submitted by the participants, and then this application, it makes a kind of cloud with all the words. I don't know why this one, it made it in the form of a horse, but yeah, it was the program that I used, it did it that way, and I didn't want to do it in another way. But what I took is, I also put on the side some words that I think that most of you came up with. So a lot of participants wanted to share best practices. A lot of questions about digitalization, risk mitigation and risk management when you are working with agricultural financing, strategies, and also some who came up with how can we add value to our customers. A lot of networking and connections also, and questions about possible collaborations and partnerships. Then also with all the information that you did on beforehand, we prepared some posters, and this is, for example, an overview of the different participating microfinance institutions that are here, where we had put their portfolio in terms of millions of US dollars, and where we had put the percentage of agriculture in their portfolio. I know that it's not well visible on the slide here, but you will find it also. There's one of the graphs on the wall where you can see the benchmarks between different institutions. So that's one of the things that we did with all the information that you sent as microfinance institutions. And then we come to an introduction of one another. And for that, we are going to stand up and we are going to use the whole room. Because what we will do is, based on the information that you sent, some of you, they also told us how many years they are already in agricultural finance. And there are persons who are already in agricultural finance for more than 25 years. There are persons that are only doing it for 2-3 years. So I want you to use the whole room, and then the ones who have a lot of experience in number of years, they go to that side, and you try to order yourselves so that, for example, the one with 25 years of experience is almost at the table over there, and the one with only 2-3 years of experience is over there. But you use the whole room, and we try to be dispersed. We are going to make a line with all the participants. What we then will do and so you need to talk to each other to ask how many years of experience do you have, and then we are going to make a line in the right order. Then, when we do that, we are also going to, we're lining up according to the number of years of experience, and we are going to do a speed dating. Speed date means we are just going to do a small chat with the persons next to us, and we are going to ask them what their name is, which country they are from, the organization they are working for, what function they have in this organization, and also to get to know their hobby. And I want you to start with that already. Stand up and try to go and make a line in terms of number of years of experience. So, more than 20 years over there. 10 years.
My friend is Alan Abaho from Maple Sacco. He has 8 years of experience. Position is the assistant head of business, and the hobbies are meeting new friends and sharing ideas.
Thank you so much. I introduce my neighbor, Mr. Enzo Kawoga from Kenya. He's working for Fortune Credit. He's working as the head of Agri business. His hobbies, adventure, you like him very much. Thank you.
What was the hobby? His hobby? The hobby? What was the hobby?
Adventure and traveling.
Travel.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
I get this opportunity to introduce my friends who come from the same country, Rwanda. His name is Martin. He has big experience in working with agriculture, farmers. And in finance, he has 5 years experience working with farmers. As for hobby, he's like the following friend. Hobby, he likes singing. He's ready also to sing after. Yeah. Thank you.
I met Jean-Pierre on the way in, and when he comes, he's a neighbor. He's a neighbor of all the Ugandans who live here. He lives, like Martin, he lives in Rwanda. So he came the shorter way than we came, because we took a long way to get from Entebbe here. Apparently it was shorter to get from Kigali to here. But Jean-Pierre, we have something else in common, and you may notice it. We both speak French.
Yeah.
I stopped in speaking French to you. Because I was thinking to introduce, but Martin asked me to introduce him in French. We will not do it. But at least that part of history we have in common. We both understand French, but he switched. He also switched to English. So Jean-Pierre, and you may have noticed 25 years of experience, we're drifting off. We go into the younger generation.
Younger.
Yeah!
We're in the range of less than 4 years, 5 years. That's the difference, because Jean-Pierre comes out of a more general lending activity, and only the last 4 years they switched to a more agri direction. Yeah? If you don't see him in the morning, it's because he's going jogging.
We're back.
But he will be in time.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye, Jean-Pierre.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is my new friend, Mark Altmans.
Yeah.
He's from Belgium. Belgium. So he's, let's say, about 3 years in agricultural finance. I'm not sure it's true. He is retired, so but a financial expert. But he's not tired, like you can see. He loves gardening, but after speaking to him, I think he could do well in comedy. Could really earn some good money. We're going to talk about that.
Good evening, everybody. Once again, I take this opportunity to come to this workshop. And today, we are delighted to have City Mayor, who has just arrived to officially open this workshop. He's here with us. We are glad for him. So once again, Agri is also delighted to host this international workshop in conjunction with the BRS and for all MFIs in Uganda and Sub-Saharan Africa. And of course, this shows South-South cooperation. And also, we are happy and thankful to BRS for choosing able to be the host and to be hosted here in Barara, Southwestern Uganda. Of course, this was as Bart told us, it was after successful another workshop that was held in Senate. So today we are here, and I think we are here for the whole week. So you are all most welcome, and we thank BRS for choosing Ebo to be the host. Of course, this workshop is attended by different nationalities from different countries, including Belgium, from Europe, Ethiopia, Cameroon, Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda. So you are all most welcome and feel at home. As they told us, the aim of this workshop, first of all, is to inspire you, and of course, learn and share experience from each other. And after sharing experience, then we learn from each other. When we go back, we replicate these practices at home with our institution. And also, mostly promote leadership culture. It's very, very key. And also, with finance practices. So, once again, I appreciate BRS for actually choosing us. Because that time when I'm saying I take this appreciation on behalf of Ebo, because that time, that was last year, when we expressed our interest to host this workshop, among other institutions, we are actually given priority and we don't take it for granted. So thank you so much, BRS, for choosing us to be the host in the whole of Uganda and also East Africa. We are happy for that. Of course, I know there are very many good benefits that we shall get from this workshop. First of all, we are already networking with you from different countries, and we are also learning from each other. And of course, we are looking forward to a continued partnership, not only here, even after we have left, we shall keep in touch. And most especially BRS, and we will keep on advising us and also giving us technical advice in different areas. So thank you so much once again, and take this opportunity to call our mayor to give opening remarks. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my brother. I'm Kacheres Robert. I'm the city mayor, Mbara City, where you are, and you are most welcome. I'm sorry I delayed. I had another function which I just left in the middle, specifically to come and officially open this workshop, which is in my city. Firstly, I will request, because I know much of the first program has already been done, the introductory part of it. But at least it would be better if I spoke to people I know. They are already